without further ado, without any wasting of more time, let's get started with the very first one. Also, I completely forgot I have a whole thing I'm trying to do for YouTube's sake, right? I have to come up with like random things to say. Well, guess what? The only thing I have to say right now is the fact that I cleaned my working space. You cannot. For you guys, it's even more confusing because like I went from different location to this location, so you can't even tell where I am at. Especially because like people on my Dr. AfroFluff channel don't only saw me in one location. So for this is a completely different place, different mic quality too. Instant replay just turned off because I have iTunes open. But yeah, we shall get started, shall we? With SCP-1530. It's called A Bender's Friends. Now, there's two things that come into my mind. Bender from Futurama. So maybe this is about Fry. Who knows? Maybe it's him. Maybe he hopped out of the TV. Is like, I have to get back. Or elemental benders. Maybe like like in Avatar: The Last Airbender, he has a couple friends, couple like animal friends, and of course human friends as well. But I'm just saying, maybe it's Momo or Appa. We don't know, but we shall find out. Well, first thing what I want to say is I did not expect a house. That's not what I expected when it says a bender's friend. By the way, I'm sorry if the fan is a bit loud. That's me. You probably will hear it because it is summer. Well, at least for me it is summer now. By the time you see this, it's gonna be, I think it's gonna be the middle of October. It is summer for me, and I also have allergies, which here is much stronger than it was in my other location. So I'm using this to like blow all the pollen away and not sneeze a storm while reading this. But yeah, I hope the quality is good for you guys. I can't really tell from like what I'm seeing. No, it should be like the usual. It should be the usual. So here we go. Euclid, previously safe. SCP-1530 is currently contained 120 meters from Site 9. A 3-meter high chain link fence to surround the perimeter of SCP-1530, 20 by 20 meters, is to be displayed as government property to discourage trespassers. Request to use forced entry to access SCP-1530 pending. And here we have a picture saying SCP-1530 post-incident B. Can we see a little bit more? Oh yeah, we can definitely see a little bit more. What is here? Like these windows and doors have it, but these one don't. Interesting. Okay. As of the 3rd, 10th, 88, -2 and -3 are to be kept in separate humanoid containment chambers. Required furnishing only includes bedding, though any requests from -2 and -3 may be submitted to Head Visitor Reich for consideration. Tranquilizers are to be utilized upon any signs of distress from either instance. Interviews are to be conducted through D-Class personnel and must be approved by Level 3 personnel. -1 is currently kept on life support and provided with medical attention. So I assume there are people living in that, in that building, and those are probably the friends that this Bender has. Because 1530 is the building itself, from what I can tell. But there are people living, anomalies living in that building right now. What they do or what they look like, we'll find out right now, shall we? You're a bit far away. Steam Deck, come back, come closer. Description: SCP-1530 is a 2-story abandoned house located in the redacted forest. The exterior of the building shows wear and weathering consistent with long-term negligence. All entryways have been barricaded from the interior, preventing personal access. That's a fucking lie. Because these are entryways, and those are not barricaded by the guy. Those are, I would even say, that's the max of zoom. I would even say they're wide open. And if, of course, you could also argue like, well, nobody can reach that. What if I get a ladder, huh? Good sir? What if I get a ladder? Then what? What are you gonna do, huh? You gonna be like, well, we didn't expect you to bring a ladder into the forest. Well, what if I'm that type of crazy, huh? What if I'm that type of crazy? You ever thought about that? You ever thought about that? That I would maybe, just maybe, perhaps, bring a ladder into the forest? You didn't. So, I'm just saying. Yeah, okay. SCP-1530 will occasionally emit various sounds from within. When this occurs, its windows and front door will repeatedly slam open and close. The following sounds have been recorded from SCP-1530. Barking and whining from a dog. Wait, the following sounds have been recorded from, so inside, okay, so there's barking and whining from a dog, yowling from a domestic cat, smashing and crushing of materials such as glass and wood, and screaming and cursing from a male human estimated to be around 40 to 50 years in age. That is definitely not discouraging to get closer. Of course, now see, I would bring a ladder to get into the house, but if I heard that sound, I would not even get close to the house. So maybe you're smaller than I think, SCP Foundation. Maybe you're smaller than I think. Also, in the same time, me as a person, actually, I would not bring a ladder to that house. I would leave. If I saw that house in the middle of a forest and I heard screaming from it, even though it looks abandoned, I'd be like, that's the exit, and that's where I'm going. Even though a forest doesn't really have an exit, but you know what I mean. SCP-1530 was discovered during the search for D-2934 after testing with SCP-249. 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 It was 249, right? Yeah, 249. The random door. Oh, wait a minute. There's a white painted door once open connects to another random door somewhere in the world. Yes. Excuse me. I don't mean to yawn, but my god, my nose is also not helping. Okay, his tracking device indicated that he had entered SCP-1530, though immediately stopped transmitting readings 16 seconds after entry. Communication with D-2934 and other entities within SCP-1530 has proven ineffective. But can he leave? Or is he just in there and gone? Addendum B. During an active phase of SCP-1530, security personnel noticed that the front door of SCP-1530 did not open. It was then noted that the front entryway was unlocked, and Agent Böttke and Agent Montalvo were sent in accordingly. Begin log 2:24 p.m. Dr. Reich. You are now clear to enter. Agent Böttke. Okay. Understood. Agent Böttke and Montalvo in the living room with a set of stairs to the left. A portion of what is assumed to be a bedroom is visible across the hall on the right. Agents begin to approach while preparing firearms. Nasty. There's dust and shit everywhere. It's covering the floor, the furniture, everything. None of the stuff was touched in a while. Kinda strange, considering that we've been hearing the stuff being broken for days. The furniture itself looks pretty old, 70s stuff. Hey. What? There's a small patch of dry blood next to those stairs. Almost missed it. Looks like someone's forgot to clean up after themselves. Big surprise. Wouldn't expect to find blood in another one of those generic spooky houses like this. Agents, please keep moving. As Agent Böttke and Montalvo enter the living room, barking can be heard as well as coughing and hacking. What the fuck? There's a cat and dog, I think. They're just sitting there. Hold up, there's a man here. Jesus. D-2934 is seen to be severely injured with a multitude of scratches and tears in epidermis, most notably on the face. The domestic cat and dog are both standing on the man and are also injured. You guys finally showed up. Welcome to my new home. End log 2:27 p.m. His new home. Interesting. But then, are Agent Butker and Montalvo like a risk of becoming tenants of this home? Revised description: 4/18th 90th. -1 is a Caucasian man of approximately 50 years in age. Formerly, yeah, here we go. The 2934, he was found with several injuries to the eyes and chest, as well as mutilation of the genitalia and several tears on the lips. All injuries originated from -2 and -3. -1 displayed no anomalous properties, but was found alive inside SCP-1530. -1 is currently recovering in Foundation custody and is also being treated for delusional behavior. But why is the 2934-1? Why isn't he -3? Because technically, they heard dogs and cats all the time in the house, right? Or at least they heard something being broken in the house. That's what they said. It's kind of calling the phone. It's kind of strange because we've been hearing stuff being broken for days. So they're not saying that they heard the cat and dog here. Maybe they heard the cat and dog later. But because if they heard the cat and dog simultaneously as they heard things being broken, then I would argue that the cat and dog should be -1, -2, and the 2934 would be -3 because he joined later in. But maybe from what I can read, it sounds like that they heard the things being broken first, and then maybe later on the cat and dog sounds and somebody yelling around was heard afterwards, because all these guys are now in it. -2 is a male calico cat, and here footnote saying current research into -2 genetic structures ongoing concerning its coloring. -2 has the same. Oh my god, my nose is so itchy from the allergies. I hate it. Has sustained 2 major injuries: a large laceration on the underside exposing -2's abdominal cavity, and the removal of -2's lips. It also displays an anomalous anatomy, specifically in areas afflicted by its injuries. This includes increased mass in the mandible as well as in the thoracic and lumbar vertebrae. It also lacks a caudal vertebrae. The muscle system corresponds with the anomalous areas, showing alteration in the serratus magnus, latissimus dorsi, masseter muscle, and zygomaticus. A lot of words I don't understand, but sure. -3 is a female beagle, a lower classification of Canis lupus familiaritis. Its injuries include mutilation of one eye and laceration across the back, rendering the former non-functional. -3 contains one anomaly regarding its lack of lungs and liver. What the hell is happening in this house? The absence of both organs does not affect its living ability. Both -2 and 3 injuries do not appear to recover, causing continuous pain. -3 displays polarized behavior as it will act hostile towards its environment for several minutes before suddenly becoming timid. -2 also displays this trait and will act with either apathy or hostility. -2 and -3 both display sapience, but only -2 has willingly communicated with personnel upon initial containment. This is accomplished by scratching words onto a material. It can... Damn, okay. With its claws, due to the damage to its vocal cords. Aww. Poor little cat. But it can, the fact that they can communicate is pretty interesting. They're not just regular cats. Interview log B. The following is an interview conducted after -2 intelligence was recognized. Begin log 6:30 p.m. Asian mode. Why did you attack that D-class? Yeah, it's quite simple, really. He's the real danger. That is to say. So you saying that it was him that hurt you in -3? Yes, it was him. She kept us. She kept us. We were her family, the only ones there for her. She ignored our terms to serve. She simply wanted company. I understand why Ananias would give her the oath. She was the only master dash two crosses at the word. One we had. Oof, I feel sick. Being all these compliments, I miss her, that's all. Alright, do you know where this Josephine is? Well, I mean, she's dead. I haven't a clue. When he intruded, we were occupied and didn't see where the man placed her. I would assume he put her upstairs. Thank you for your cooperation. We'll take care of the body, if we find it. 7-second pause while dash to pause at its intestines. Please do. She needed this years ago. And years ago. Pause at its intestines. Like, she needs this? What do you mean? And log 6:58 p.m. I got a message. Okay. Dash has refused to elaborate further on said statement. Ah, fuck. It's we will never know. And no interview is possible at the time. It is assumed Dash 3 is also sapient and capable of communication, but is currently non-responsive to all personnel. Addendum C to the second floor of SCP-1530 contained various pieces of furniture standard for a rural home. A corpse of an unidentifiable female was also found in the bedroom closet, holding a journal containing various dates and entries. A black envelope was also found within the journal, containing a letter bearing paw prints from both Dash 2 and Dash 3. All individuals that attempt to read the textual portion of the letter claim that it is impossible to do so, though they are unable to explain why. Why did the D-Class attack the cat and dog and Josephine when he entered the house? Was it because he's a criminal and he just decided like, yeah, I can finally kill again? Or did because he basically escaped the Foundation? I don't think so. They did say he became delusional, so I think the moment he entered SCP-1530, something happened to his mind. His mind just reset itself, and then he started going on the rampage. That's what I think happened, but I might be wrong. 2nd 1st, 1970. It's a cold day. I keep thinking that there's something walking from the woods to share a meal by the fire. The cold is scratching at the windows, and I'm alone. But after all that I face, I don't care. I've made a home, and will stay in my home for as long as I can keep it. 2nd 1970. I'm not going to keep bleeping it's all 70s. Okay. This envelope with paw prints and notes inside. The one artifact from Ananias. I guess I've already been there and back, haven't I? Now I finally decided to use it. It will take a while, but I shouldn't be any trouble to consider two entities attached to the prints. Maybe I'll get lucky and they'll be able to speak. It'll be nice to learn how to converse again. 3rd, 7th. Okay, so a whole month has passed. The names are Salix and Willow. One wily and sharp, the other one silent, a follower. Salix looks upon me as an old ex-wife which I can laugh at in the gutter. Coming off as old is the last thing I want. I'll be sure to work on that. Willow is quiet, reminds me of when things were simpler. Damn nostalgia, dying behind me wherever I go. 3rd, 21st. They don't want to do anything. They acknowledge me when I give them meals, but they spend their time alone. I'll let them take their time. They'll get bored eventually. And sincerely hope this doesn't end with either one of them becoming like Ashton. Oh, that's later down the line. Okay. All by himself, alone in that cave, too stubborn to admit his losses. All he does now is play his games. On another note, I don't see why re-performing the ritual monthly is necessary to retain this servitude. I'm sure it's for their benefit. 3rd, 29th, 1970. That I just discovered they are both bound by literally hundreds of rules. I've gone and switched some around. Physical contact, escape routes, and no hair created from death. I don't know if I enforced this upon them on accident. Hopefully this will make things easier. For first, the sky was bright. My nose is itchy. Strolled outside, the trees crinkled their greetings. It was nice to see Willow enjoying the sun while Salix moped along beside me. Seeing how nice it is outside, I don't understand why I can't just become a part of it. The hunters are taking an awfully long time to find me. I wonder if they think I've died. The hunters. Okay, so he did say ex-witch, right? So like, what was it? An old ex-wife. Oh, ex-wife, not ex-witch. What am I saying? Why did I replace the word completely in my mind? Okay. So Josephine is being hunted. Interesting. 9th, 13th. I haven't the time to ride. They're waiting for me outside. A hike. A hike is what we've planned. 10th, 28th. It's a cold day. They both asleep by the fire. Its radiant glow. The cold is pouring at the window, but I'm not without a family. The following note was found on the last page at the end of the notebook. A man dressed in orange. Oh god, here's the D class. Here's the D class coming in now. What's up? A man dressed in orange and numbers from the woods. He intruded upon me. He was scared, lost and alone. He was me before. That's why I let him get me. See? I've given up running. That's why I couldn't kill him. Yes? Maybe he didn't lose hope yet, but now I'm sorry. I'm sorry we never got to leave together. Even if it was to be only us three, all those I knew had already disappeared, and I'm sorry for leaving the two of you for them. One day you'll be free. I love you both. On the reverse side of the entry. And to the hunters, if they find this, do what you want. Don't hurt Salix and Willow. Your agent has already hurt them. I'm sure they'll repay him at least. You've chased and killed people like me for so long. Even as a shred of normality began to show from me, you still tracked me down. What do you want from me? From the hunters like me. Not all of us want to use our power for ourselves. Greed is not inherent. Fuck you and your containment. You steal freedom. You deceive and lie. You destroy. I never even got to say goodbye. Interessante. So maybe she is the original SCP-153, and the hunters she's talking about is the past SCP Foundation. She's basically, and I like what she's trying to say here, because I agree. The Foundation treat every SCP the same, you know. Oh wait, hold on, I forgot to open up the text thing, so I have to go back here. They treat a lot of SCPs the same. Spiegel also talked about it. They treat SCP as every SCP, no matter if it's a humanoid or animal, as an object, as a thing to study. It's a thing. It may be sentient, it may be sapient, but it's a thing. Don't treat it with respect or emotion or anything like that. Like Spiegel has talked about it, and it's good to see that an SCP finally be like, hey, listen, you guys need to chill out a little bit. Your containment is not always like what needs to be done, right? Sometimes some of us are not evil. We just have these powers, curses, gift beyond our control, and we're not trying to harm anybody. We're just trying to, live our life. But your containment is not always the correct path. Because, families, friends, loved ones are confused. And sometimes you even torture the ones you contain. So, because you want to know more. So I'm just, it's good to see that an SCP could be like, halt, stop. And be like, your way is, you think you're doing the right thing, and you think you're doing the noble thing, but sometimes leaving the SCP alone might be not a bad choice. Now, I also can see how the Foundation will be like, nah. It's not only about, containing you is not only about keeping people safe and, or keeping you locked up. It's also about, letting certain people not know you exist, because if certain people know you exist, they will probably start mayhem. There's a lot of like the containment and protection part is not just like oh, we contain you and protect humanity and you from humanity. It's not only that, it's also like it's also keeping you a secret. It's keeping you away from other groups of people that could abuse you even in a different way. So I can see both paths. I can see both paths.